Have you ever heard a story and thought you knew the truth, only to discover you were seeing it through the wrong eyes? What if the monster wasn't the villain? What if every protective gesture was actually a battle against an uncontrollable urge to destroy? What if love and hunger felt exactly the same? For over a decade, Fun's wondered, what was Edward Cullen really thinking? In 2020, we finally got the answer in Midnight Sun, the Samarine, the Samatun, the same forbidden love. But this time we re-inside the mind of a century-old vampire, fighting his most dangerous instinct, the desire to kill the girl he loves. This isn't just Twilight retold. It's a psychological deep dive into someone who's lived for over 100 years, who can hear every thought of every person around him, and who has perfected the art of self-control until one 17-year-old girl walks into his biology class and shatters everything. This is the story you thought you knew, told by the one voice you could never hear, and what Edward was thinking. It's darker, more desperate, and infinitely more dangerous than Bella ever imagined. Edward Cullen is bored. He's been 17 for over a century, endlessly repeating high school, listening to the tedious thoughts of teenagers. The mental noise is constant, suffocating. Then Isabella Swan walks into his class, and everything goes silent. He can't hear her. For the first time in 100 years, there's a mind he cannot read. But that's not what nearly destroys him. When the fan blows her scent across the room, Edward's entire world narrows to one primal impulse: kill her. Her blood calls to him like a siren. In that moment, he imagines exactly how he would do it, calculating the exits, planning to dispose of the witnesses. He grips the table so hard it nearly cracks, every muscle screaming to lunge. Through sheer force of will, he survives the hour. Then he runs. He flees to Alaska, trying to stay away, trying to protect her from himself. But he can't stop thinking about the silent girl whose scent haunts him. He returns, not because he's conquered his thirst, but because the idea of someone else hurting her is unbearable. Biking Forks, Edward becomes Bella's shadow, listening to her friends' thoughts, watching her through her bedroom window at night. He tells himself it's for protection, but he's obsessed with the one person whose mind is a mystery. When a van loses control in the school parking lot, sliding toward Bella, Edward doesn't think he acts. He crosses the lot faster than humanly possible and stops the vehicle with his bare hand, leaving a dent in the metal. He's exposed himself, his family, everything all, for a human girl whose blood he still craves. His sister, Alice, who sees the future, shows him two paths, one where Bella becomes part of their world, and one where she dies. In a quiet restaurant, cornered by Bella's fearless questions, Edward finally admits what he is. He's dangerous, a killer, a predator. He expects her to run. She doesn't. In a sun-drenched meadow, he reveals his true form. His skin doesn't burn its sparkles like thousands of diamonds, a predator's lure. "I'm designed to kill," he tells her. Her response shatters him. "I trust you." She sees the monster and chooses him anyway. But their story attracts a different kind of monster. At a vampire baseball game, a nomadic tracker named James catches Bella scent. When he sees Edward's protective stance, he realizes this human means something. The hunt begins not for food, but for sport. To break Edward, James lures Bella into a trap, and Edward arrives to find her broken and bleeding. After a brutal fight, the Cullens destroy James, but the damage is done. He has bitten Bella. The venom is spreading. This is the moment that defines Edward's entire existence. Every instinct screams at him to drink, to finally taste the blood he's craved from the very start. Instead, he does the impossible. He puts his mouth to the wound and sucks out the venom, stopping just before he loses control. He tastes her blood, the sweetest thing he has ever known, and chooses to save her life instead of taking it. It is the ultimate act of love, the monster choosing the girl over the hunger. At their prom, Bella asks him to change her, to make her immortal. Edward refuses, wanting her to have a human life. But he knows he's lying to himself. He can never let her go. Midnight Sun reveals that Edward Cullen spent 100 years believing he was a monster. Then Bella Swan taught him something terrifying. Monsters can love. And sometimes, that love is the most dangerous thing of all. Thanks for watching. If you love exploring the hidden depths of your favorite stories, make sure to like this video, and subscribe for more. See you next time.